Hey, welcome back, and today I'm going to quickly go over how to clean the Springfield Hellcat. Okay, for starters are a couple of the tools that I like to use. I just have a generic cleaning kit that can be used for all sorts of different calibers, shotguns, 9mm, 22 and such. I like this ball stall cleaner and lubricant, and then I'll also use a little bit of grease. You can also use these patches if you're really particular, or some people will hate on me for saying this, but you can just use regular paper towels. If yours is the type of gun that a little fuzzy left over from a paper towel is going to cause it to jam, then your gun sucks. And the Hellcat, it can handle the little fuzzies that might get left by a paper towel that wouldn't get left by a patch. So let's get into it. Okay, this is my concealed carry, so I just barely pulled that out of my holster. I was shooting it earlier, but it is loaded, so I'm going to make sure it's unloaded. Take the round out, make sure it's clear. That's very important. We want to be safe. And now I'm going to go ahead and put these over here so they're in a completely different area. Okay, and now to disassemble it, I'm going to flip this little lever up, go down, and like I said, make sure that's clear. It's clear. And then I'm going to just pull the trigger, and it'll come off. Now the slide will come off. So take this down, push forward, we'll get that spring out, and the barrel will come out right behind it. Okay, so now this is the gun, basically field strip, and now so it can start soaking, I'm going to take this ball stall, which does not hurt plastics. I'm just going to go ahead and hit everything real quick. Some parts are going to get dirty here on the barrel, the feed ramp. I'm also going to clean out the barrel good, and then the slide, I'm just going to go hit up that. And for my basic cleaning, I'm not going to disassemble the slide. I'll do another video on that later where I show you how to disassemble the slide and get that clean. And this part, the frame doesn't get as dirty, so I'll go ahead and hit these areas here. And now we'll let it soak, and then we'll start cleaning it. Okay, so for starters, now that it's soaked for a little bit, only like a minute or so, I'm going to take this toothbrush. I'm just going to go hit everywhere real quick. I sprayed. The place where you really want to focus is definitely this feed ramp into the barrel. Go ahead and hit all these parts. This will break up a lot of the carbon that's been built up that's tougher. You'll definitely want to focus right around the firing pin area. So you'll want to scrub that real good because the rounds get pushed into there, so the carbon will get baked onto there pretty darn good. Okay, now I'm going to put my nasty toothbrush aside. Now I'm going to take these paper towels and I'm just going to wipe everything down, starting with the recoil spring. Okay, now for the barrel, I will feed one of these guys through it. And since this is a shorter barrel, I'm not even going to put it on the end of one of these. Normally I would, but I'm just going to push it through. Okay, that'll clean that out. And then I'm going to take this, oh, not that one, this one, push that through. Okay, now the barrel's all nice and pretty. Wipe it off. And you look down the barrel, make sure it's all clean. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it's all nice and clean. You don't see any fouling in there. Set that aside. Same thing, now we're going to wipe down the slide all in here. Sometimes it is nice to have Q-tips to go in here because it's sometimes hard to get your fingers in there. So I'll wipe this down. Okay, I got the slide all nice and clean. You can see it's all shiny there. I didn't show you wiping it all down because that's kind of boring. Also, quick fun fact on the Springfield Hellcat is a tritium front sight. Tritium is actually a radioactive element that emits light and so it glows in the dark, but it's not an actual glow in the dark. It always glows. It's pretty cool. It has a half-life of 12.5 years, so by the time you're dead, when you give it to your grandchildren or whatever, they'll have to replace it because it won't be glowing much anymore. Okay, so for the frame, we're gonna just pretty much wipe it down. There aren't any particular areas that get real dirty. A little bit back here. I'll focus here. I'll also clean the mag well out and get a new one. Okay, The nice thing about ball stall is it's actually a lubricant as well, so you don't really need a whole lot of additional lubricant if you're using that to clean the gun. I will put a little bit of this grease. I'll put a link to it in the description below. I'll put just a little dab here on the rails, because that's where the slide engages with the frame. Put a little dab on each one. Okay, and then I'll put it together. Make sure you want to wipe off the outside, because from the muzzle blast it'll get dirty there too. So now I'm just going to reassemble it. To reassemble it, it's pretty easy. Take the barrel, stick it in, take the recoil spring, stick that in. Make sure you're not going backwards. This metal part's back to the back on the Springfield Hellcat. I don't know if I got that front of the recoil spring. Wipe that down real quick. And then I'm just going to flip that guy up, put it on, lock it back, put that down, lock it forward, and then your Hellcat is clean and ready to go. Now I do wipe it down real quick, and then you're good to go.